Respected friends, welcome. We are doing our 7 sadhanas of Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara mantras, Sankalpa for our sadhana for the Sanatana Dharma Samrakshana Abhivruddhi, Vishwavyapti, and also for the Vishwa Adhyatmika Pragati. Then we are taking up the study of Upanishad steadily. Then we are going for Veda Parayanam. Today's Veda mantra is so beautiful. Today, tomorrow. Then we are doing our Rishi Smarana Gayatri mantra of one Rishi. Then one common sense thought, useful for easing our life, giving direction to our life, giving inspiration to our day. We are trying to see. This is how we are here. And our aim through this is to invoke the Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, Kripa. With that, our aim is to beautify our all layers of personality. Lokasevaka, Dharmastavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mokshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarna Sahita, गुरुपासकः दैवोपासकः मननकर्ता चिंतनकर्ता निधिध्यासनकर्ता अनुभवी अनुभवनिष्ठित आध्यात्मिक सेवक प्रचारक total 21 of these व्यक्तित्व विकास. Through that our own adhyatmika pragati anubhuti and again our serving the world spiritually. This clarity we have. In the Upanishad we have taken up the 10th Upanishad after the earlier 9 of Ishakena Kata Prashna, Mundamandukya Taittiriya Aitareya, Shvetashvatara, 9 Upanishads. The 10th one, Chandogya Upanishad from Samaveda, we took up for study. We are in the first of the 8 chapters. This is called Udgita Vidya, teaching us, educating us about the Udgita. Udgita is Omkara itself. So, what happened is, on Parabrahma, Paramatma, the name and form are projected with all the various Lakshanas, Gunas. That has become the world. Now the world is given reality importance. Thus we have become worldly and continuously struggling to gain something which is not real, not permanent. And that struggle is remaining a struggle without giving us any satisfaction, contentment, fulfillment, happiness. We have to trace back from the Rupa and Nama to the Adhisthana. To do this, some upasanas have to be done before we enter into deep vicharana that I am Brahman and deep nididhyasana that I am Brahman. For that upasana, an alambana is required. So, upasana of Paramatma with an alambana is required. Which is the alambana? So many can be the alambana, but the best among them, as given to us by all, Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Itihasa is Om, Pranava. Here it is also called as Udgita. So Udgita Omkara is our alambana for to do the upasana of Paramatma. Up to this we have to be very clear. Then why the upasana and what the upasana? The Shruti Mata told. Upasana is for Antakarana Shuddhi, Antakarana Yogyata for Brahma Chintana, Brahma Prapti, Brahma Nishtha. Then what is Upasana is Shastrokta Alambana. Then our Chitta continuously focused on that. is called Upasana, to the exclusion of all dissimilar thoughts. All of that we saw. Now, another important thing is our mind has to always stick to Om as Alambana, even though there are so many alternatives are available. What is to be done for that? The Mahima of the Omkara has to be told. Therefore, Tasya Upavyakyanam, the Omkara Mahima is told to us as much as required and possible, both by the Shruti Mata as well as the Bhashyakara. All of that our intellect will have to listen, analyze, understand, accept, and come to the conclusion is Om is best. Om is the highest. Om is the greatest. For me now Omkara is an alambana for Paramatma Upasana. I am fixed in it now. I am not going to be distracted from it. With this conviction, actually when we do the Upasana of the Om, then that Om will bless us. With what it will bless us, the Phala, it will be told in next two or three mantras. So what we are studying in the Prathama Khanda of Prathamodhyaya is this. Then how much we are interested in it, how much we are concentrated in it, how much we are regular in it, how much we are sincere and intense in it, to listen, to understand, to grasp, and to get convinced and to practice. It is in our hands, one thing, accordingly only the result, second thing. These are very crucial points. We cannot be inadvertent as regards at least this understanding is concerned. Key, my listening about these things, my understanding about the Pranava Omkara, my respect to the Omkara, accordingly my doing the Upasana, decides my progress, my growth. That conviction has to come. Then start doing it, then actually we see the said results coming to us. This is a topic under discussion. Among that, we have seen the 8 of the things among which the Om is said to be the Rasatama. So, Saha Esha Rasanam Rasatamaha Udgitaha Yad Ashtamaha. Up to this we saw. Next one, okay. Then in that last three you told Ruk and Sama and Udgita. Then what is Ruk, what is Sama, what is Udgita? What are their relations? What is the most important thing we have to understand among them to accept that of the Vak, the Ruk is the Rasa, of the Rucha, the Sama is the Rasa, of the Sama, Udgitam is Rasa. Just little more details you give us. That is the fourth mantra. Katama Katama Ruk, Katama Katama Sama, Katama Katama Udgita. Etad vivakshitam bhavati. It stands discriminated, stands inquired. It stands explained. That explanation will be there in the fifth, sixth mantras. Then the Falashruti. So beautiful is this topic. In the Vedic period, as we told you, so many of the distractions are not there. As we have now. We do more than distraction word. Let us use a respectful word. The alternatives were not there. As options to confuse. It's a confusion to the mind when there are more options. More options is a variety luxury, no doubt. At the same time, confusion also. Like in today's, any objects you see, 1,000 options. Half of the time is gone only in browsing through them, isn't it? And we don't have the sufficient data to decide which is good or better or best. With all the hours of time spent in going through all the variety, we end up in buying only those things which are useless. Confused I am, Jagat mein. Go for a clothes shopping or anything like today world. Very funny it is. So many variety. उसका भी एक हद होना चाहिए. Thousands and thousands each of the thing. So confusing. Anyway, so those days these were not there. Therefore, Om was given as an alambana. They used to enjoyfully take it. है. Tat is again about Paroksha Rupena explanation of Paramatma, and Sat is its nature. So Om Tat Sat, that was the mantra that time. Even Gita, Om Tat Saditi Nirdeshaha Brahmanaha Trividaha Smrutaha. Brahmanaha Tena Vedascha Yajnascha Veta Pura. So it was easy. And for us also, as we are the students of this Samaveda Antargata Udgita Upanishad or Chandogya, let us also, as long as this Upanishad study continues, respect this Upanishad's guidance to be benefited, to be blessed. How to respect? Whatever the upasanas that are taught from the beginning, try to do them in our own interest. It's only our ego, our own mind's likes and dislikes, which have the biasness not to accept or respect, which is not a healthy sign of sadhaka. We are studying this Upanishad. So this Upanishad Rishi has given us this Upasana. By doing this Upasana, is the Rishi who has given will be benefited, or is the Upanishad benefited? Or we are benefited? It is we only we are benefited. So let us get that benefit by doing it. In that way, let us give a chance to ourselves to by following these instructions and be blessed. Hope already 1 week we have started the study of Upanishad. Some of you might have started the Om Upasana. Already in the class itself every day, 27 times we are giving a sample of Om Upasana by doing chanting. So all this Mahima kept in the background is a second aspect of the Om Upasana. Because of all that Mahima, valuing, respecting, revering the Om as nothing but Paramatma alone is the third Upasana. Then to that Om now, which is not less than Paramatma to us, extending our prayers is the fourth Upasana. In the fifth one, as it is said in Mandukya Adi, wherein the Jagra, Sapna, Sushuptvi merge in Akara, Ukara, Makara of the Omkara, then A in O, U in Ma in Amatra. That is Turiyavastha. In this way, by daily listening, contemplating, get more and more clarity. And by doing daily, get more and more mastery. And by that mastery, let us enjoy doing and let us also enjoy the definitely coming results. Results are Antakarana Shuddhi. The result of Antakarana Shuddhi is desire and ability to contemplate on the truth. The result of contemplation of the truth is the clarity about the reality alone is reality, nothing other than it. The result of it is that reality is within me, let me abide in it. The result is I am the truth, I am not this upadhyukta jiva. The result of that is only in the jiva bhava there is bandhana, and that is not there, therefore no bondage. This is how why we are seated every day and studying the Upanishad, an idea. Okay, now let us start doing our 7 sadhanas. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। सामवेद ऋषिभ्यो छान्दोग्योपनिषदः ऋषिभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति देशनिरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्नशाश्वत समूलनिर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषदः श्री आदिशंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषद पूज्यपाद आद्यशंकर परमगुरुकृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकः। ओम सच्चिदानंदसान्द्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। अथ उपनिषदः शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः प्रथमः खण्डः पारायणं शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं शान्तिमन्त्रः डन्न। ओम प्रथमः खण्डः। ओम ओमित्येतदक्षरम् उद्गीतम् उपासीतान् ओमिति उद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् येषां भूतानां पृथिवीरसः पृथिव्याः ओषधयो रसः आपो रसः अपामोषधयो रसः ओषधीनां पुरुषो रसः पुरुषस्य वाग्रसः वाचः रुग्रसः रुचः सामः रसः साम्नः उद्गीतो रसः सः एषः रसानागं रसतमः परमः परार्थ्यः अष्टमः अयमुद्गीतः कतमा कतर्म कतमर्क कतमत् कतमत् साम कतमः कतम उद्गीत इति विमृष्टं भवति वाग् एव ऋक् प्राणः साम ॐ इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः तद्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक् च प्राणश्च ऋक् च साम च तदेतत् मिथुनम् ॐ इति एतस्मिन् अक्षरे सगं सृज्यते यदा वै मिथुनौ समागच्छत आपयतो वै तौ अन्योन्यस्य कामम् आपयिताः वै कामानां भवति यः एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तद्वा एतदनुज्ञा अक्षरं यद्धि किञ्च अनुजानाति ॐ इति एव तदा आह एषो एव समृद्धिर्यदनुज्ञा समर्थयिताः वै कामानां भवति एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपास्ते तेन इयं त्रयी विद्या वर्तते ओमित्याश्रावयते ओमिति शगंसते ओमिति उद्गायते एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य अवचित्यै महिम्ना रसेन तेन उभौ कुरुतः यश्च एतदेवं वेद यश्च न वेद नानात् विद्या च अविद्या च यदेव विद्यया करोति श्रद्धया उपनिषदा तदेव वीर्यवत्तरं भवति इति खलु एतस्य एव अक्षरस्य उपव्याख्यानं भवति. Having told as if Guru says, Baki aapki marzi. Now, in that third mantra, that essence, hope you caught it, Saha Eshaha, that this Ashtamaha Yad Udgitaha, eighth among the eight, which is called Udgitaha, in the context called as Omkara, that is Rasanagam Rasatamaha Paramaha Parardhyaha. It is the rasa of all rasas. So Gatihi Parayanam Avastambaha. Adhisthana of all of them, essence of all of them. Rasanam Rasatamaha is, compared to all of them, it is the supremost. By itself it is Paramaha. Again it is greater than the greatest. Now from Paramatma standpoint it is Parardhyaha. Ardha means Sthanam. Sthanam means support substratum. Para means supreme. So Parardha is supreme support. Supreme support is Paramatma only. Yakara, if you put it, Parardhya, like that Paramatma, which is the supreme support, this Omkara is worthy of respecting, revering. Therefore, respect and revere and worship Omkara as if you are worshipping Sakshat Paramatma only. Omkara Paramatma Vadupasya. That's the meaning of Parardhya, na? Ki Paramatma Sthanarha Paramatmavad upasyatvad iti abhiprayah. This is what is third mantra, very important. Fourth one is iti vimrushtam bhavati. The vimarsha, the discussion is required for the disciples to be convinced. Little of it we are putting forth. What is that? Katama katamaruku katamat katamat sama katamaha katama udgitaha iti vimrushtam bhavati. So, what is this Ruka? What is Yajavru? What is Sama? What is Atharvana? So, Sa Katama Ruka, Katamattat Sama, Katamo Vasa Udgitaha, Katama Katama iti Vipsa Adararthaha. The second time is said is to express the respect for these three things. So, what is that Ruk? What is that Sama? What is that Udgita? We have to understand. Which are compared to the earlier one are Rasatama. Final Rasatama is Udgita only. Up to this we saw. Now in the fifth mantra we will be told two things. What is that? Ki vimrushtam bhavati, vimarshaha kruto bhavati. The discussion, some explanation, some analysis, some understanding of what is Ruk, what is Sama, what is Udgita is being done. This is the fourth mantra, last part. Iti vimrsho bhavati. Vimrushto bhavati. Why the vimrushtam to be done is the avatarika or sambandha bhashya naturally for the fifth mantra. What the fifth mantra is sambandha bhashya? Vimrushte krute sati. Vimrushte krute sati. Only when the vichar vimarsha, some thoughts are expressed, some light is thrown, then what? Prativachana uktir upapanna. The answer to the set questions can be satisfactorily gained. What are the three questions? What is the Ruku? What is the Sama? What is ATHARVANA? Sorry. What is Sama? What is Udgita? Katam, katam, katam. Katama means what is that? So what is Ruk? What is Sama? What is Udgita? These questions stand answered in that Vichara Vimarsha. Like when you ask a guru any question, so he takes some 5-6 minutes to explain that answer to that question, whatever it may be. In that, he will bring stories, he will bring anecdotes, he will bring examples, he will bring logic. And having said all of that, he says, therefore, the answer to your question is this. Then he asks, have you understood? Disciple who is very seriously, sincerely following, yes, he nods the head, says, yes, I have understood, sir. I have to some more times contemplate for getting more clarity and conviction. Then I will follow it. You know, any doctor you go, he will give suggestions for your question. डॉक्टर साहब ऐसा वेट बढ़ रहा है मेरा क्या करूं. So then he starts telling various reasons for weight gain, including hereditary problem. Do you have that history at home? Then other things he will tell. Then so ऐसा करो आप, है ना? Don't give up everything or anything suddenly. Slowly, slowly change your daily schedule, diet schedule, and all that. I'm sure within a week or 10 days time, half kilo, 1 kilo wazn will reduce. It's a great achievement. And continuously you do it within 3-4 months, definitely those 5-6 kgs weight will be reduced. And they maintain that because gaining weight is a cause of all problems. Obesity. Yes, have you understood? Yes, I understood. So for his question, the vimarsha done by the doctor helps in giving the answer. So vimarshe hi krute sati prativachana ukti hi upapanna. Now the beautiful fifth, sixth mantras. Let us chant fifth mantra 4 times. Vagevaruko pranah sama. Vagevaruko pranah sama. Om iti etadaksharamudgitaha. Om ityetadaksharamudgitaha. Tadva etat mithunam. Tadva etat mithunam. Yad vakcha pranascha. यद वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च सामच रुक्च सामच. Together 2 times. वागे वरुक प्राणः साम. ओम इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः. तद्वा एतन्मिथुनं यद्वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च सामच. Again. वागे वरुक प्राणः साम. ओम इति एतदक्षरमुद्गीतः. तत्वा एतत् मिथुनं यद्वाक्च प्राणश्च रुक्च सामच. Keep in mind the context that the Mahima of Omkara is being told. For us to hold it as an alambana for the Upasana of Paramatma, for the results of Upasana. Don't forget the main purpose. So here, Katama, Katamat, Ruk, Katamat, Katamat, Sama, Katama, Katama, Udgitaha. That was the question. Na? Katamaha, Katama, Udgita iti vimrushtam. First, the shloka artha or mantra artha. Then with bhashya we study. Shloka artha. Vag eva ruku. So the entire Rigveda with all its millions of mantras, quantities, whatever the contents that are there, basically they are Vag eva, the Vani only. So Vag eva, Evakara is important there, by which the entire Rigveda mantras are concised, condensed, and pocketed or put it in Vani. So Vag eva Ruku. Without the Vani, can one chant the Rigveda mantras? Isn't it? You cannot chant. That's why Vag eva Ruku. Then what about the second one? Sama. It says Pranaha Sama. That eva word you can add here also. Pranaha eva Sama. As we told you yesterday, for the Sama Giti, lot of Prana Shakti is required inside. Without Prana Shakti, that Dirgha Samaveda cannot be chanted, then there is no justification or joy of it. So therefore, entire Rigveda cannot come out without Vani. Therefore, the entire Rigveda is Vani only. Vageva Ruk. So to without Prana Shakti, the Samagiti is not possible. Therefore, entire Samagana, all of that put together is the Prana Shakti only. So that way, the Rigveda and Samaveda or the Rigveda mantras, Samaveda mantras, or Rucha mantras, Sama mantras, or Rukparayana or Samaparayana is merged in Vak and Prana. So Ruk is merged in the Vak, Sama is merged in the Prana. So therefore, Katama Katama Ruku Vageva Ruku. Katamat Sama Prana Eva Sama. So questions, answers done. Third one. What is Udgita? Katamaha Katavad Udgita. वो भी बता रहा है ना. So here it is said, Om iti etad aksharam udgita. This Om, the Pranava, this Akshara, this syllable, that itself is the Udgita. Om only Udgita, with which the Upanishad started. Om ityetad aksharam udgitam upasita. That's all. So therefore, what is Udgita? Omkara. What is Sama? Prana. What is Ruga? The Vani or Vak. So Vageva Ruka, Pranaha Sama, Om iti etadaksharam udgitaha. This much you catch it. Then Tadva etat mitunam bhavati. Mitunam. This is one mituna, one jodi, which cannot be separate, which are so in affinity to each other. The being together with full affinity is called as Mithunata. So these two are Mithuna. They are Anyonya Premi. What are those two? Yad Vakcha Pranascha. The Vani and Prana. And now Prana Shakti is fulfilled in expressing as Vani. Vani cannot be without the Prana. Therefore, the Vani and Prana are the Mithuna. And this Vani Prana alone are the Ruk and Sama. Therefore, how many Mithunas are there here? Only one, that Vani and Prana, in which the Ruk and Sama are merged in the first line. Now, no Ruk, no Sama now. They are replaced by Vak and Prana. So, this Vak Prana are one Jodi. They are so loving to each other. This is the meaning of this mantra. Then it will continue in next two more mantras. The subject matter becomes complete, which we will see. Before that, now, what is Bhashyakara's guidance to us for this mantra? Shall we start? Start. Atha Bhashyam Vag eva ruku Pranaha Sama is the sentence of this mantra, first sentence that I am explaining. And also Omiti etad aksharam udgita iti. In this Upanishad, many times we see the Bhashyakara quotes that mantra which he is giving the Bhashya. Few words at least in the of the beginning. So in the first few words are what? Vagevaruku prana sama omiti udgita. Ana? That same thing he says. Vagevaruk prana samaha omiti edaksharam udgita iti. This is the sentence which we are doing the vimarsha of it. So that the topic discussed gives us the clear understanding answer. What do you want to say? Ki vag ruchoho ekatve api. So it is said, vak is rucha means all the Rigveda mantras cannot be expressed with without Vani. Therefore, the entire Rigveda is the Vani Parivartana only. Okay. If it is vocal mantra, the vocal Vani. If you are chanting the Rigveda mantras in the mind, it is Madhyama Vani. But it is Vani only. है ना? Whenever the Rigveda mantras were revealed, they were revealed in the thoughts only. Then they were revealed in the words only. So the thought word and vocal word. Therefore, where are all Rigveda mantras? In the Vani. Understanding this way is called becoming subtle, becoming Vedic. Entire Rigveda is there now in the Vani only. That's why we worship the Vani, the Saraswati Mata. Ask her to give us all the Veda Jnanam. Namo Vache Ya Chodita Ya Chanudita, all of that. So, Vag Eva Ruk means all Rugmandras cannot be without being chanted through Vani. Therefore, the Vani alone is the entire Rugmantras. Okay. So, in the same way, Prana is Sama. Without Prana, Sama cannot be. Hai. And in most of the Samagana, the words are less, the Giti is more. And for that, the Prana Shakti is required. Therefore, Prana Shakti is a support for the entire Samaveda. Therefore, Samaveda merged in Prana. In our understanding here, to come to the conclusion about the glory of Omkara, which is our subject matter. And what is said here, what is done here is, all knowledge is contained in Vedas. The important of the Vedas are Rug and Samaveda. The Rigveda and Samaveda are merged in Vani and Prana. Vani and Prana are merged in Omkara. Therefore, in Omkara, everything related to Vak Prana, and everything related to Sama are hidden in a secret form. Like in that seed, the gigantic tree is hidden in that unexpressed form, waiting for the opportunity, occasion or the facility. Then you see, धीरे धीरे देखते हुए इतना छोटा सीड वो becomes a huge banyan tree. You can't imagine only even that. How come a small seed becomes like that? Yesterday we saw in our Yoga Vasishta, same was the example given about how this Jiva could trace his path to his that particular Sharira. In case of Viduratha, how did he go that Jiva Kala toward that Padma Sharira, which is another Brahmanda altogether? The answer for it is Ananta Kodi Brahmandas are there in the Jiva Chitta, in the Bija Rupa Vasa Rupa. Among them, whatever the predominant Vasana is there, for it to express whichever the upadhi is required, that is provided to him. In the case of the Padma, he had his still prarabdha in Padma Sharira, so he is going back into that. Our story's point is Bija Rupena. So to Om is such a powerful Bija that in that all Rigveda, Samaveda are there. In that Rug and Sama, All the yajna karmas, all their phala, everything is there. That is what is going to be told in this mantra's bhashya and next mantra's bhashya also. So now, having said Vageva Ruko, when Vag is Ruko said, then both have become one, no? When both of them become one, then number में गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. Which number? 8 number. No, it becomes 7 now. No, 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 no. Don't like that pull the leg all the time. It is for the explanation sake we are telling, for the sadhana sake, for understanding sake. It is a totally different topic. So this doesn't disturb the 8 number. 8 number का topic अलग है. That is to enumerate to you which is the rasa, what. That topic is over now. Now we are taking the another subtler topic. In this topic, don't bring that point and say, "Arey Vag and Ruk one ho gaya, so therefore then it cannot be 8, it should be 7." No, no, no. That is different topic. This is different. That is only enumeration of the 8 things in which the next one is a rasa for the earlier one. Here we are trying to understand the Pranava Mahima more and more. Vimurshtam Bhavati. This is a different topic. So that's what he says. Ki Vak Ruchoho Ekatve Api. Vak and Rugveda, Rug mantras, Ekatve Api. Even though when they are taken as one, the other also you can add. What is that? Prana and Sama Ekatve Api. But prana has not come in the 8 list. Therefore, that problem is not there. But Vak and Ruja are given as separate. Therefore, if they merge, then a number gets reduced. Therefore, the Guru thinks that this any of the disciple may ask question anytime. So let me answer now only. What is it? Vag ruchoho ekatve api. Even though they are eka at this level of our discussion, na ashtamatva na ashtamatva vyaghataha. The 8 number is not disturbed. That is a total different topic. Okay? Why? Purvasmat Vakya Antaratvat. That Vakya and that purpose, this Vakya, this purpose is different. So when we are discussing it, that 8 remains intact only, it is not disturbed. Okay? Apti guna siddhaye hi om iti etadaksharam udgita iti. Hai see, om is the one. Of its apti or vyapti means expansive expression. Therefore, it can be a great asha to bring that point into our heart. The guna siddhi of the Om means Om is gunavan, Om is great. The understanding of it called as siddhi. For us to obtain, this topic is explained. So, Om ka gunatva siddhi ke liye, by which Om's Mahima is expandingly understood, this topic is risen. It has nothing to do with the disturbing of the 8 of the number. No, that 8 remains intact. So don't have that doubt, which is not a very Vedantic point, but an intellectual inquiry. वाक और रुचो मिल गए तो फिर साथ ही होना चाहिए ना. No, no, that's different. This different. So आपति गुण सिद्धये ही ओम इति एतद अक्षरम उद्गीता इति. So Om ityetad aksharam udgita, where it came in the beginning. Why all of that? Apti guna siddhi. Apti means vyapti. Vyapti means expansion of the guna of the Omkar. Means Om's glory is more and more understood by us. So that we take it as Upasana Alambana without doubt. Not only that, with courage, conviction, not only that, with full enthusiasm. No, as much there is absolute feeling of demoralization, disinterestedness when we have doubt about something. So much will be love and enthusiasm and inspiration to involve in something when you have the opposite of the doubt called as full conviction about it. So the Omkara Mahima, about that Mahima of Omkara, this Shruti Mata is trying to convince us. So that with all the utsaha, we take the Om Alambana for our sadhana, which is essential. That is the main point. With all the theory studied and understood, if the upasana is not started, it remains only as the study. द ज्ञान मस्तक में है या पुस्तक में है, व्यवहार में साधना में बदला नहीं, then life won't बदलो, it will continue to be same in samsara. Those beautiful experiences of Antakarana Shuddhi, followed by Nitya Nirantara Tattva Chintana, followed by the comprehension of Tattva, intellectual, then apprehension of Tattva on the seat of meditation. Apprehension means direct, personal, thought-free experience. That won't happen. Okay, the Ashtama is not disturbed. Then for the Vyapti sake of the Omkara, the discussion is going on. Vyapti means its glory. Apti guna siddhi. Of the gunas of the Omkara are so many to convince us, so that we respectfully take it as alambana. This topic is going on. Now, Vak prana ruk samayoni iti vageva ruk prana sama iti uchyate, which we have just now touched. What is that? Vak and prana are the yoni. They are the womb. They are the janmasthana for the ruk and sama. So, vak and prana are ruk sama yoni. Respectively, they are the yoni for ruk and sama. So, what is the yoni of ruk? The vani or vak. What is the yoni of the sama? It is the prana. Therefore, vak pranau, vani and pranam, ruk sama yoni iti. They are the yoni, the womb, the cause of the rucha and sama, which already saw. Iti vageva ruk pranaha sama iti uchyate. That is why vak is ruk, prana is sama, that is said. Why it is said vageva ruk prana eva sama? Because for the Ruk Veda, the yoni is vak. Whether it is the Paravani kaho, या पश्यंती वाणी कहो या मध्यमा वाणी कहो or the Vaikhari Vani. Vaikhari Vani means the vocal sound. Madhyama Vani is the same things in the thought form. Pashyanti Vani is in that Nada Rupa. Paravani is in the Bindu Rupa. Beyond that is Paramatma. Shuddha Paramatma only in the Paravani Rupa expresses. He alone expresses Pashyanti. He alone is as the Madhyama. He alone is as Vaikhari. Like I am uttering these words. These words is a word. It is Vaikhari expression. Before they are expressed, are they in my mind as thoughts or not? Yeah. But before that thought has come, a linear thought, linear shabda continuously going on. That is called as Pashyanti Sthai. But that started somewhere at a Bindu Rupena. That is called as Paravani. And what is that Paravani? Is that point in pure Brahman where Vani starts expressing by his Maya Shakti. So परमात्मा के माया शक्ति से परमात्मा में ही एक पर्टिकुलर देश काल में जो वो भी प्रोजेक्टेड है the Vani starts. That's called Paravani. Its next stage is Pashyanti Vani. Its next stage is thought level. Its next stage is Vani level. At the Vani level, totally there is differentiation between every word I utter. At the Madhyama Vani level, yes, there is difference, but all of them are in the thoughts. In the Pashyanti level, they are all words, variety of them, they merge only. And in the Paravani level, they are only Bindu Rupa. If you go beyond that, you see the Brahman. So therefore, all the Rigveda mantras, whether they are at the Pashyanti level, Para level, Madhyama or Vaikari level, they are all Vani only, no? Therefore, what is the yoni of the Rug mantras? The Vak only. Vani is the, Vak is the yoni of the Rug mantra. Same way the Samaveda Ucharana happens because of the Prana Shakti in us. Therefore, the Prana has become yoni of the Sama. Therefore, all Rigveda with all its ruchas called as mantras have their womb in Vani. All Samaveda with all its Samaveda Geetikas have their womb in the Prana. Keep that in mind. So Vak Pranau Ruksama Yoni iti Vagevaruku Prana Sama iti Uchyate. Explain. Now, Yatha Kramam Ruksama Yonyoho Vak Pranayoho Grahanehi. See the cute, beautiful next 3-4 sentences. How nicely Shankara Bhagavan puts. ध्यान से सुनिए. फर्स्ट पॉइंट, यथा क्रमम मतलब रेस्पेक्टिवली, इन द सेम सीक्वेंस, यथा क्रमम रुक साम योन्योः, of the ruk and of the sama, the yonis, which are the vak pranayoho grahane. So when we understand and accept the yoni of ruk to be the vak, the yoni of sama to be prana, what is happening? Grahanehi sarvasam rucham sarvesham cha samnam avarodha krutah syat. In that, all the Rigveda mantras, millions they may be, all the Samveda mantras, millions they may be, they all get included in that. So therefore, where are all the Rigveda mantras? Only in Vani. Where are all the Samveda mantras? They are in Prana. This is the second stage. First stage is of the Ruk and Sama, the Vak and Prana are the Yoni. Because of this, the second stage achieved is, therefore, all the Rigveda mantras are included in Vak, all Yajurveda mantras are included in Prana. Second stage. Because of this, the third stage. What is the third stage? Sarva Ruk Sama Avarodhe. When all the Ruk mantras, Sama mantras are included in what? The Vani and Prana, Avarodhe. Ruk Sama Sadhyanam Sarvakarmanam Avarodha Kritah Syat. So all the Yajna Yagadi karmas which are done, achieved by the Ruk and Sama, those Yajna Yaga karmas also therefore get included in the Mula Yoni, that is Vak and Prana. सो वाक में ऋग्वेद है, देफोर वाक में ऋग्वेद के मंत्र है, देफोर वाक में ऋग्वेद के मंत्रों के द्वारा किए जाने वाले ऑल कर्मास आर इंक्लूडेड. So too the prana is the yoni of sama. Therefore all the sama mantras are included in prana and all the yajna karmas etc. are done told by the sama veda are also included in the prana. अब देखो, वेद इंक्लूडेड, वेद मंत्रास इंक्लूडेड, वेद मंत्रोक्त कर्म इंक्लूडेड. Then what remains next one? When you do the karma, what is the outcome of it? Karma phala. Is it not? Therefore, because the Vedas included in Vak and Prana, because the Veda mantras are included in Vak and Prana, because of the yajnas or karmas done with the help of those Veda mantras are included in Vak and Prana. Therefore, $1 million point, very important point is all the results that incur when one does the yajna karma according to the mantras of Ruk and Sama, they are all included in this Vak and Prana. That is the beauty of this. है ना? सर्व रुक साम अवरोधे च रुक साम साध्यानाम सर्व कर्मणाम अविरोधः कृतः स्यात्. Avarodha means included. The last one is what? कि सर्व कर्मणाम अवरोधः कृतः स्यात् तद अवरोधे च. When all the karmas are included in Ruk and Vag and Prana, Sarva Karmanam Tadavarodecha, Sarve Kamaha Avaruddhaha Syuhu. All the desires and their fulfillments are included in the Vak and Prana. Therefore, this is what is the thing that is achieved by saying that Vageva Ruk Pranaha Samaha. So Vagruk Prana Samaha. And Rigveda mantras, Samaveda mantras are Vak and Prana. Rigveda karmas, Samaveda karmas are Vak and Prana. Therefore, Rigveda and Samaveda karma, Siddha, all desire fulfillments are included in the Vak and Prana. Okay. Then Om iti etadaksharam udgitaha iti bhakti ashanka nivartate. Now, in the continuation में कि when it is said Udgita means in that entire Sama mantras are included. That has to be accepted, not a partial of it, not a little of it. To give that clarity, uh, the next sentence comes Tadva etat midunam yad vakcha rukcha pranascha samacha. It's a very, very again subtle point. But before that, is it understood? Which is the yoni of Ruk and Sama, Vak and Prana? Because they are the yoni, all the Ruk and Sama, Ruchas and Sama mantras also included. And all the mantras indicate the yajnas or various karmas. Yajna karma karo, ya varnashrama, vihita karma kaho, swadharma karma kaho. All of them are through the Sama and Rug mantras. They are also included. Because the karmas are included, their phala, keeping that which in our mind as kamana, we were doing it. All those karma phalas are included in this Vani and Prana. So Vani and Prana has to be valued. Vak and Prana. Yaha aga ek point. Now, in the last point of this shloka, Tadva etat mithunam yat vaksha pranascha rukcha samacha. So this Vak and Prana are one mithuna, one jodi, one couple they are. They cannot be separated. That point is brought here in this next thing. What Bhagavan's Bhashya for it is Tadva etat iti mithunam nirdishyate. That this is the words used. What is that this word brought? They are indicating the mithunata, the coupling, the couple. Then kim tat mithunam? What is that couple? What is that mithunam? What is that dual? Iti aha. That is what is said. What is that? Yad vakcha pranascha. Vak and prana are the mithuna. Which are the vak and prana? Which are the yoni of the rucha and sama. So, ityaha yad vakcha pranascha. Sarva ruk sama karanabhutau. Those which are the karana of the all ruk and all samas, that vak and prana are the mithunau. They are the mithunau. There is one inseparable couple. Okay. Rukcha samacha iti ruk sama karanau ruk sama shabda uktau ityartaha. So far we were thinking Rug Veda and Samaveda, their mantras are important. That is how our mind gets preoccupied by them. But the actual fact is what? Never can be there Ruk mantras without the Vani. Never can be there the Sama mantras without the Prana. Therefore, which is more real among these two pairs? Is the Prana real or Sama real? So is Ruk real or Vak real? If you see, the Vak is real, more real than the Ruk. Because the Vak expression is Rucha. Without Vak, the Ruk cannot be. So without the Prana, the Sama cannot be. Therefore, Sama is important. In the Ruk, Vani and Prana, the entire Ruk Sama are included. Life में क्या होता है ना? We start giving importance to something later on for various reasons, forgetting the substrat. हमेशा ऐसा होता है everywhere, है ना? Like the prana का ही example ले लो, for the sake of example, that the prana without which we cannot live even more than 40 seconds. And throughout life, the prana is surviving our life in this body. We never value that one. And without that prana, the life is not there. Without the life, nothing can be done by us. Yet, are we aware of the prana with all that respect? Nahi, na? So to indriyas. Without the eyes, I cannot see. But do I value the eyes? Do I value my ears? All of that. Without the body, heart mental, I cannot be staying here as headquarters and eke out my prarabdhas and my karma. But I don't look at that sharira such respectfully. ये हो जाता है. उसी तरह, though the entire Rigveda is in Vani, we forget that Vani is important. ऋग्वेद में फंस गए. फंसना चाहिए. ऋग्वेद का वाणी का fulfillment is ऋग्वेदा. Through the Rigveda chanting only the way tattva is understood, sadhana is done. That topic is different. Like when I eat the food, then only the energy will come. The topic is different. But the food is made from the ingredients, no? Without ingredients, how the food can be made? So the ingredients are the vak and prana. The food is the rucha and sama. The consumption of the Rigveda Sama Veda is doing all the yajnas or the upasanas or the Vedantic meditations. What is the satisfaction, contentment aspect when you eat the food? Is the moksha or the aihika amushmika phala. So I get the results of this world or the other world. I get the result of moksha because of the yajna upasana I do, because of meditation I do. All of that is knowledge. Where is that knowledge hidden? In the Rigveda and Samaveda mantras. But where are those Rigveda Samaveda mantras hidden? They are in Vani and Prana. Now all this, remember, the Shruti Mata, what she has said, Shankara Bhagavan has to explain to us why Shruti Mata said like that, and why and how she is right, and how when we understand and accept and do that, we get benefited. He is loyal to Upanishad, not to you and I. He is a Bhashyakara of the Upanishad. So whatever Upanishad or Shruti Mata says, it is ultimate right. How I can bring the understanding of it to my students, means students who are studying through the Bhashya, the Upanishad. उनका वो attention होता. So this all struggle of him to explain is to bring to our understanding what is said by Shruti Mata is right, and when we utilize it, how we are benefited. So now coming to the point, ki these two are mithunam. Okay. रुक्च साम चैति रुक् सामौ सॉरी उससे पहले की बात यद वाक्च प्राणच सर्व रुक् साम कारणभूतौ मिथुनम. The vak and prana are the mithuna, which are the yoni or karanam of all the ruks and samas. Then rukcha samacha iti ruk sama karanau ruk sama shabda uktau ityartha. See, ruk and samaka, ruk means rucha, sama and samaveda, which are nothing but the later on added words to vag and prana only. That's how vani and prana ka value yahan bada hai. So rukcha samacha iti, what words used ruk and sama? Ruk sama karanau, ruk sama shabda uktau ityartha. They are not actually ruk sama. उसके कारण जो है और जिनका ये नाम दिया जा रहा है रुक और साम करके, किनको नाम दिया रहा है? Actually, the vag only called as ruk, the prana only called as sama. Therefore, na to swatantrena rukcha samacha mithunam. Here the ruk and sama mithuna is not spoken. अगर बताया जाता है तो क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? अन्यथा ही वाक्च प्राणस्य इति एकम मिथुनम रुक सामच अपरम मिथुनम इति द्वे मिथुने स्याताम. सो देन टू कपल्स विल बी देयर. वाक एंड प्राण वन कपल हो गया, रुक एंड साम दो कपल हो गए. तथा च द्वै तथा मिथुनम इति एकवचन निर्देश अनुपन्न स्यात्. Then while saying it so, tadva etat mithunam, what is it? It is ekavachan. So Shruti Mata used ekavachan. Otherwise, therefore, there are two couples, it has to say. If Shruti Mata has said one couple, couple is one only. But sets are two. How to reconcile? Though the sets are two, it is said about one only, and that one is Vak and Prana. Then what is the position of Rucha and Sama? Array, Rucha and Sama are never existing. They are names given to Vak and Prana only. They are the expanded expression of Vak and Prana only. Therefore, by this type of saying, the high value given to the Ruk and Sama is dissolved into the Vak and Prana, by which the value of Vak and Prana is increased. Why all this exercise is done? Later on we'll say these Vak and Prana are in Omkara. Therefore, all Rigveda, Samaveda, with all its mantras and karmas and karmapalas, all of them are included in Om. That is the meaning of the Omkara's Mahima. Therefore, in the Ucharana of the Om, all Rigveda, Samaveda, Ucharita. All the Rigveda, Samaveda, Karma, Kruta, and all the Rigveda, Samaveda, Karma say, whatever the results, including moksha, has to come, that is included in Om Upasana. That is why you do the Om Upasana. So, to bring our mind to that glory of Omkara, all these exercises going on. And in those days, unlike now, the value and power and expanse of Rigveda and Samaveda is known to all of them. So, this is a Vedic times explanation. And in today's language, it is Ruk Sama means all your worldly knowledges. They are all Vani mein hi hai wo. Isn't it? Either it is vocal Vani or Madhyama Vani. The teacher teaches with vocal Vani, Vaikari, but student listens it with the Madhyama Vani, na? Like what I am talking to you. You are listening it with your mind through ears. I am speaking through my mouth what is in my mind only. So all this knowledge is at the Vani level only, whether the Vani is the Stula, vocal level, or the Mana, that is the Madhyama level. Or it becomes your strong knowledge, that is Pashyanti level. And it never gets faded, it is a Para level. Means any of the knowledge, if you remember it, 50 साल पहले का भी कुछ याद है आपको, it means it has reached to the Paravani level, that any time effortlessly you remember it. These are all little mystical, subtler things. Some places we bring it only to explain the topic. So what is the total thought so far we have covered? Ki there are no two Mithunams called as Vak, Prana and Ruksama. There is only one Mithunam, Vak and Prana. Then what is this position of the Ruk and Sama? Are we talked about their yoni, no? They are included in it. So the Ruk ka yoni hai Vak, Sama ka yoni hai Prana. अगर two different couples होते तो Shruti Mata would have used a dual case. She has used a singular case. That means only one you have to understand. By this, what is achieved? The Ruk Sama are included in Vak and Prana, which are there yoni. So where should we have our attention now? On Vak and Prana. No need to worry about Ruk Sama now. You know, that is what in all other devotional languages, so many places we see. Even the examples we see. Like the example of Ganapati and Subramanya Swami or Kumara Swami or Kartikeya. Competition. Who will go and take bath in all Tirtha Kshetras and come back first? They will be given the Ganapati position. This Kumaraswamy ran on his Mayura. Very fast it goes. Ganapati is so heavy, hefty. He has only got a rat there. How can what to do? Then the Naraji or Narayana does his Upadesha. Are your mother and father are the whole world. They are the entire Tirtha Kshetra. You do circumambulation of them. Everything is done. And as he was doing some pradakshina, wherever the Kumara Swami is going to take bath inside the river, Ganapati already taken bath and coming back. And in the evening class also, our Yoga Vashma Ramana, what is so clearly said is, all the distances that are physically traveled by us with physical body, all the distances traveled by the astral body, the astral plane, that astral in English, in Sanskrit called as Ativahika. All of that is in Chitta only. Why all this is said? Only to mention that this so-called entire Rigveda Samaveda are nowhere but in Vani and Prana. And Vani and Prana are nowhere but in Pranava. There is a whole universe in Pranava. Like in your mother and father you circumambulate, you have circumambulated all. How it is? It is like that. That is the mysticism there. What is mysticism? Where intellect cannot apprehend, but experience is gained. बुद्धि समझ नहीं पाता but अनुभव आ जाता है. That's called mystical. Here also it is mystical. The entire Vedas are nowhere but in Vak and Prana. By this, the Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda is not devalued. Rigveda, Samaveda is the authority for us, for all our knowledge. That is different context. Now here the context is to guide us towards Omkara as Alambana for Upasana. Omkara Mahima has to be told. Om is nothing, Om includes all Vak and Prana. And Vak and Prana include all Rigveda and Samaveda. Rigveda and Samaveda include all mantras, Ruchas and Sama mantra. Mantras include all guidance for Karma Kanda, Yajna Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Swadharma Kanda. And they all include the phala of this world and other world. Therefore, where all the phalas are included? In the karma. Where all the karmas are included? In the mantras. Where the mantras are included? In Ruk and Sama. Where the Ruk Sama are included? In the Vani and Prana. Where is Vani and Prana? In Om. Therefore, in Om, everything comes. Therefore, the Mahima of the Om. Therefore, do the Upasana of the Om. And what is Upasana? Om Ucharana. That is a vocal upasana. At the time, in the mind, there is a devotion to that Om. For the devotion to happen, in the intellect, there is understanding about Om, that it is Nirguna Brahma and Saguna Brahma, or what we have studied in those Upanishads so far. Along with that, the two prarthanas to that Omkara Paramatma. One, make the Antakarana Shuddha. Two, make me pursue that Brahma Tattva and reach out. Like we do in our Gayatri Mantra, Prachodayat, Prachodayat. Okay, यहाँ तक हमने देखा न तो स्वातंत्रेण रुक्ष सामच मिथुनम अन्यथा ही वाक्च प्राणश्चेति एकम मिथुनम रुक्षामच अपरम मिथुनम इति द्वे मिथुने स्याताम तथा च तद्वा एतद् मिथुनम इति एकवचन निर्देश अनुपन्न स्यात् तस्मात् लास्ट लाइन रुक् सामयोन्योः वाक् प्राणयोः एव मिथुनत्वम्. So the Mithunata, the coupling is only Vak and Prana, in which Ruksama is included. There are no two couples. So therefore, there are three things told. One is Vageva Ruko, second is Samaha Pranaha, Pranaha Sama iti. Third thing is there's Vak and Prana are the Mithuna. Now they are included in the Omkara, has to be told. That is said in the next mantra. Tadetat mithunam om iti etasmin akshare sagam sujjate. Yada vai mithunau samagacchata apayato vai tau anyonyasya kamam apayato. So this one we will study. Then we will browse through what we have seen. Then you get an idea what this first khanda is conveying to our intellect. Received which, convinced about which, we take up the Om as Upasana Alambana. The Om Upasana done mechanically is different from doing Om Upasana with all Shraddha backed by all this knowledge. तो सारा ज्ञान बुद्धि में है, उससे उत्पन्न हुआ श्रद्धा से ओंकार उपासना अच्छी तरह किया जाता है. Then the result of it also will be spectacular. करो तो पता चलता. Like Ram, Ram, Ram. Go, Ramji will come and he will bless you with all the boons you want. That's how the rishis of the past and now वो करी जा रहे लोग भगवान का नाम ले जा रहे. Bhagwan is going to come one day and fulfill all their desires. Only problem is what desire they ask. Will it be binding desire or liberating? बेचारा भगवान ना नहीं करते. You ask for all desires which will bind you. He will say तथास्तु and go. Again he will not come. Again उतना उपासना आपको करना पड़ेगा फिर से. That's why a wise person studies Upanishads and through that knows Brahman alone has to be obtained And then he will worship the Brahma Rupa Omkara, or he will worship Rama, Krishna Rupa, Brahma Rupa Rama or Krishna. Through all of them, he will seek only the eternal truth. This is the highest of the wisdom. So tomorrow what we are going to see in continuation, today what we have seen is, all the 8 are there. Each one is the rasa of the earlier one. The last 3 are Ruksama and Udgitaha. About these things, the Vimarsha is done. In that Vimarsha, we have come, the Vagyeva Rukku, Pranaha Samaha, Omiti Etudaksharam Udgitaha. In that, about Vag, why it is Rukka, why Sama, they are the yoni of Rukka and Sama. Therefore, Ruksama mantras, Ruksama yajnas, Ruksama phala, all are included in Vak and Prana. So our attention now is in Vak Prana. From the entire gamut of Ruk and Sama Veda. So उनका उच्चारण का हो रुक्साम का, उनके मंत्र का हो, उनका अर्थ का हो, उसमें क्रियाएं का हो, उसका फल. All of them are now merged in, included in Vani and Prana. Now the Vak and Prana will be included in Omkara. That is our tomorrow's subject. So this is how this Upanishad drilling into our heart the importance of Pranava. We are lucky if we are really listening attentively, convinced, and started to take Om Upasana. It is like any of Lord Ramakrishna Mahima, somebody told you to take his name or do stotra. Whether we are convinced or not, we are doing or not, it is in our hands, depending on the results. Without doing any of the exercises, in a routine way, as we were living our earlier wretched life of Bahirmukhata without upasana, we can continue. Here also, जितना भी चिल्ला चिल्ला के बोले सुने, I won't take the Om as Alambana. You can drop it and you won't get benefit. It's all plain. कोई छुपा छुपी नहीं होता उधर. Everything is transparent. The Shruti Mata is transparent in her explanation guidance. The Bhashyakara also is transparent. The Vakta also is transparent. Now the Shrota ke haath mein hai. What he has understood, what he is convinced, what initiative he is taking, and what he is doing the sadhana. That depending on that, the result will be there. करो या ना करो आपके हाथ में है, उसका रिजल्ट प्रभु के हाथ. करो तो वो लेंगे रिजल्ट, नहीं करो तो ये रिजल्ट होगा. After this is good. Now the 6th mantra, 7th mantra will be our subject of study. कल के दिन इतना काफी है ना. Good. Thank God. First Upanishad we are studying. इसलिए थोड़ा आगे बढ़. I was observing, our earlier Upanishad. So Bhagavan gave that idea one day. So let us do now our chantings. Today's mantra is so beautiful, the Veda mantra, ki it is the 7th of the 7 mantras, which we are doing from last 12 days. Today is 13, tomorrow 14, if you remember. Why not, Swami, you will remember. So, which were the earlier 6 mantras? In all 6 mantras, we were praying for Sarva Samrakshana from all the Shatrus, etc. We were praying for the special blessings to empower us in all aspects. Most importantly, we were praying for a removal of all the gross, subtle, causal, sinful thoughts and actions from us. Teno munchato amhasaha, teno munchato amhasaha. You remember it? So, if you remember, I try. First day we saw Agni Deva. First 2 days. Then we saw 2 days the Indra Deva. Third one we saw the Vayu as well as Savita, as far as my memory goes. Then we saw the Dyava Prithvi. Then we saw the Marudgana, the 5th one. And yesterday, day before, we saw the 6th set, the Bhavasharva. I remember it. Today is the last one, Mitravaruna. In the sequence of invoking the anugraha of the 7 devatas for particular anugraha, for particular purpose, as guided by the Samaveda Rishis, which is revealed to them again in their heated meditations. Mitravaruna. And in this Mitravaruna Suktam which we are studying today, the beauty of it, which I love it so much, is so many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 rishis are remembered. Whenever the rishis are remembered, I feel very delight. मुझे अच्छा लगा क्योंकि वही हमको सब ज्ञान रिवील करा के दिए. तो हो मित्रावरुण, this rishi you have blessed, bless me also. That rishi you have blessed, bless me also. In that way this mantra goes. Are you ready? Okay, Mrugara is the rishi again. Mitravaruna are the devatas who are addressed in this 7th suktam of this sequence. After this, hundreds of other suktam. First mantra. O Mitra Varuna Devatas, Ruta Vardakas you are. Because of you, the Satya sustains. Ruta means Satya. Because of you, the Veda Jnana sustains. Because of you, the truthfulness, honesty in the people sustains. And you are Samana Jnanins, Mitra and Varuna. We are equally powerful Devatas of Jnana. So, I am praising your glory. Please ward off all these negative forces, people who are trying to disturb our peace, our sadhana, and also peace and a growth of this universe. So to those who are living the life of truthfulness and satya, please protect them. O Mitra Varna. Then the common prayer from last 6 mantras, at least each of them 6, 7 times. 42 times more than that it has come so far, is protect us from all the sins. That is a common prayer in every of these 49 mantras of the 7 suktams. एक आध सूक्त में ज्यादा भी मंत्र थे. No sukta was, one sukta was of 5 mantras. Many of them were 7 mantras. One sukta was of 8 or 9. In each of them, every mantra, the last 2 lines were asking that particular devata to free us from all the sin. Teno munchatu amahasaha. Here also, Hey Mitravarana, we know your glory, we are glorifying you. You are the empowerer, you are the one because of whom the truth prevails, the hard works prevail. Praying to you, remove the sins from us. First mantra. Second mantra meaning is O Samana Jnana and Samana Anugraha Karakas, Mitra and Varuna. See, again ward off all the dushtas, all the negative forces, and protect the honest and truthful person in the yuddha. Then all the beings of, all the activities of beings, day in and day out, day and night, whatever they are doing, you are the direct sakshi and witnesses. Okay, such you, please bless all of us to free from all the papa sins. Okay, next one is what? Ki, O great Mitravarana Rishis, Mitravarana Devatas. You have protected the Angirasa Maharshi. You have protected the Agastya Maharshi. You have protected and empowered the Jamadagni Maharshi. You have taken care of the Atri Maharshi. You took care of the Kashyapa Maharshi. You have protected and blessed even Vasishtha Maharshi. In all these Maharshis' life, the Mitravaruna Krupa is there. Such Mitravaruna, we are praying to you. You bless us also. See, Bolana, all the rishis' name, those rishis whom we are chanting from last 50, 60 days, some of them have come here. And these rishis, the Atri, Angirasa, Vasishtha, they are more famous than any other rishis because of their expanded contribution for the universal spiritual growth, for the jiva's growth. Ho gaya? In the same way, in the mantra number 4, Shwavashva is a rishi. O Mitravaruna, you have blessed them. Vajrashva is another rishi. You have blessed them. Purumidha is another rishi. You have protected them. Atri is the rishi whom you have protected. Vimada is another rishi whom you have taken care. Saptavadri was the another rishi you have protected. So many rishis are invoking your Kripa, and you are protecting them, empowering them, guiding them, giving them the instruction for the reality. They reached there and they blessed the subsequent generations, their Shishyas. Such you please bless us for freeing from all the Papa. And ultimate Papa for us is Avidya. Let the Papa called ignorance go away with the wisdom of Aham Brahmasmi. Fifth mantra. O Mitra and Varuna Deva, you have protected the Bharadwaja Maharshi. You have protected Gavishta Maharshi. You also took care of Vishwamitra Maharshi. There is a Maharshi by name Kutsa. You took care of him also. There is another Maharshi by name Kakshivan. All these Maharshiyos का हमने गाया है गायत्री मंत्र. You have protected him. Kanva is the Maharshi whom you have protected. Such you please protect us also from all the sins. Almost 10-15 आ गए ऋषि लोग. So to Medha Tithi is another rishi taken care of by you. Then Trishokakhya is another rishi. You took care of him. Then Kavi is another rishi. And then the one rishi's name itself is Maharshi. You protected them. Gautama Rishi you have protected. Mudgala Rishi also you took care of. Such you please bless us also. In the same way, Mitra Varuna, your Ratha always moves in the righteous path. And it has got very straightforward reins also. Okay? It is the one which is troubling, destroying all those dushtas who are walking in the wrong marga of troubling the world. Such Mitra Varuna, I am doing the stuti with the Phala-kamana. What is the Phala-kamana? Ki may we be freed from all the sins. This free from all sins, like in our Upanishad mantra, Maham Brahma Nirakurya. It's a directly it should be said, na, may I do the Swikarana of the Brahman. But it says the other way around, may I not reject Brahman. Meaning is same here also, let all the sins go away from me is equal to let all the meritorious things happen through me. So let the Ajnana go away means let the Jnana prevail in me. In this way, this is the seventh mantras, this is the seventh sukta of Mitra Varuna in this sequence. Wonderful. Like every day, chant 3 mantras, the remaining कल करेंगे. ओम अथ सर्व पाप संरक्षण पाप निष्कृति संरक्षण शक्ति आदि प्राप्ति साधना प्रगत्यर्थम अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत मित्रावरण सूक्तम वयं सर्वे पारायणं करिष्यामि सूक्तस्य. ओम मन्वे वां मित्रावरुणावृतावृधौ. ओम मन्वे वां मित्रावरुणावृतावृधौ. सचेतसा द्रुह्वणो यौ मदेथे. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. प्रसत्यावानम् अवथो भरेषु. प्रसत्यावानमवथो भरेषु. तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. मन्वे वां मित्रावरुणावृतावृधौ. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. प्रसत्यावानमवथो भरेषु. तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. मन्वे वां मित्रावरुणावृतावृधौ. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. प्रसत्यावानम् अवथो भरेषु. तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. सेकंड मंत्र. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. प्रसत्यावानम् अवथो भरेषु. प्रसत्यावानमवथो भरेषु. यौ गच्छतो नुचक्षसौ बभ्रुणा. यौ गच्छतो नुचक्षसौ बभ्रुणा. सुतं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. सुतं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. सचेतसौ द्रुह्वणो यौ नुदेथे. प्रसत्यावानमवथो भरेषु. Yau gacchato nuchakshasau babruna sutam tau no munchatamam hasaha sachetasau druhvano yau nudete prasatyava namavato vareshu yau gacchato nuchakshasau babruna sutam tau no munchatamam hasaha. One more. यावङ्गिरसमवतो यावगस्तिं यावङ्गिरसमवतो यावगस्तिं मित्रावरुणा जमदग्निमत्रिं मित्रावरुणा जमदग्निमत्रिं यौ कश्यपम् अवतो यौ वसिष्ठं यौ कश्यपमवतो यौ वसिष्ठं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः यावङ्गिरसमवतो यावगस्तिं मित्रावरुणा जमदग्निमत्रिं यौ कश्यपमवतो यौ वसिष्ठं तौ नो मुञ्चतमं हसः. Enough, na? Three we have done, four we'll do tomorrow. Then two or three times we chant it. Day after tomorrow, all the seven suktams ek dinam padenge. Then we take up the other ones. Our idea is knowing little of the meaning, practicing the chanting of the Veda mantra with the bhavana born out of that meaning. All this put together is strengthening, nurturing, energizing, empowering, more than that, divinizing and integrating all our Vani, Prana, Indriya, Mana, Buddhi, Chitta. In this exercise of our chanting these Veda mantras, so many things are achieved. And when we are very clear about these achievements, and when that is our goal also, and when with that intention, when we do these chantings, those results we see in our life, that our personality layers are divinized, integrated, strengthened or empowered. ऐसे वैसे टाइम पास के लिए नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. I know the value of your time. More than that, I know the value of my time also. Okay, that is enough for the day. We have seen this Veda Parayanam. Now we chant our Rishi Mantra. Today's Rishi Mantra we do is one Rishi Maharaj, Rishya Shrunga Rishi. Okay, how about Rishya Shrunga Rishi? He has got a Shrunga like that of a deer. Therefore, his name is Rishya Shrunga. Brahmadeva, then Bhrigu Maharshi, then Chavana Maharshi, then Pramati, then Ruru, then Shunaka, then Vibhandaka Maharshi. Of Vibhandaka Maharshi is the son, this Rishyashrunga. Vibhandaka Maharshi, Putra is Rishyashrunga. Vibhandaka Maharshi himself also so great. Okay. So once when Vibhandaka Maharshi was in his tapasya, he saw the Urvashi. And then for the split moment in him, that Kavana the Asakti came. Out of that, whatever the Shakti Skalanam of him happened, one Mruga or the Mrugi, the deer has taken it. Thus, from that deer, this Rushya Shrunga is born. Then the Vibhandaka Rishi took him and brought him up and taught everything of the Shastras. And one of the very important thing about the Vibhandaka bringing up Rishya Shrunga is he never allowed his son to see a woman, because when he saw the women, the Apsara, the Urvashi, that's how Rishi never knows any women face only. But he was perfect in all the Shastras. Okay. In the Valmiki Ramayana, in the 8 and 16 Sargas of Balakanda, we can see Rishyashrunga Katha. Two stories about Rishyashrunga are very important. Okay. One is the Angadesha Raja invites him, and there he gets married to his daughter Shanta. Shanta in some language, other place said to be daughter of Dasharatha only. Given in Dattata, in that adoption. So, in that Angadesha, where there is famine, no rains for years together, das Varas. Then people said Rishyashrunga Rishi, when he stays, he comes here, everything is taken care. So when Rishyashrunga goes there, he will not come. So that woman is sent, then he follows, then he gets married there. Then during his stay, the heavy rains come, and therefore again the Angadesha becomes stabilized as earlier. One story is that. The second one is even Dasharatji also, when he had no children, he had to do the Putra Kameshti Yajna. For that again, the Rishyashrunga Rishi is invited. So Rishyashrunga Rishi was there when the Vasishthaji made the Dasharatji do the Putra Kameshti Yajna. So in that way, in Bhagavata Purana, in the Padma Purana, in the Brahma Purana, in the Skanda Purana, there is a Rishyashrunga Rishi Katha comes. So in that Angadesha, the Raja is Romapada, there is Akala, then Rishyashrunga, if he puts his feet there, heavy rains will come, the Brahmanas have indicated. So the Angadeshame, Rishyashrunga is invited. The moment he comes, the whole clouds came and then rains came. Therefore, he is called as Varshakaraka Maharshi. In many of the places during this rainy season, Vibhandaka Putraya Vidmahe, we are chanting that Gayatri mantra only, but many other mantras are there for this Rishyashrunga invocation, for proper rains during rainy season. So therefore, Varshakaraka Maharshi he is. Second one is what? As we said, the Dasharatha Putri Shanta, who is Datta Putri to Romapada, this Rishyashrunga got married. What about his Rishyashrunga Maharshi's great role in the arrival of again Bhagavan Rama? Like yesterday, in the arrival of the Parashurama, who's son of Jamadagni, the Ruchika Rishi was the Hetu. So here also Sakshat Rama avatar ke liye Rishyashrunga Rishi became indirect Hetu. How? है ना? Because Rishyashrunga Rishi there, he was the Pradhana Rutvik when Dasharatha did the Putra Kameshti Yajna. As a result, only from that yajna the payasam came. So when it is given, Sri Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, these four of them are born. So Rishyashrunga Rishi's special writings are not there, but is Mahapandita in the Yajna Karmas, and he is a great Brahmagnani also. Okay. So his Mahima is Akhanda Brahmacharya. Then his Mahima is Maha Tapo Sampanna, therefore he puts the feet, the rains come. His Maha Mahima is because of his being the Rishi in the Putra Kameshti, Ramadi Avatara has happened. Therefore, Yajna Shakti, Tapo Shakti, and Maha Rushitva, all of them are there in the Rishyashrunga Rishi. So, for the Loka Kshema, all our tapasya, our Shaktis have to be utilized. In both cases, when he went to that Angaraja, also when he came to Dasharatha, both cases it was Loka Kalyana. Even is marrying the Shanta also. Therefore, tapas shaktis, yajnas, we have to do it for Loka Kalyana along with our own inner evolution. Out of so many, these are the things we can learn from this Rishyashrunga Rishi. Okay. Om Vibhandaka Sutaya Vidmahe. Then Maha Tapasvine cha Dhimahi. Mahayogiне, Mahatapasvine, Mahajnanine, Mahamahārshye, Maha Brahmacharya Nishtaya. So many words can be used. So Vibhandaka Sutaya Vidmahe. तपस्वी में सब आ जाता है, इसलिए महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नः ऋष्यशृंग महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. So Vivandaka Sutaya Mahatapasvin Tannaha ऋष्यशृंग Maharshi. Remember these three words. Om Parabrahma Paramatma Swarupa Shri ऋष्यशृंग Maharshaye Namaha. ध्यान करो. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि समस्त उपचार सहित उपचारेण पूजयामि. श्री ऋष्यशृंग महर्षये नमः. चित्र चामर नृत्य गीतादीन समर्पयामि. समस्त शक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि. स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मंत्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि। ओम श्री ऋष्य शृंग महर्षे नमः। नमस्करोमि। तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि। प्रार्थयामि मम संरक्षणं कुरु। मम बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न दुर्गुण निर्मूलनं कुरु। माम् आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कृत्वा अस्मिन् जन्मनि अस्मिन् क्षणे एव परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि। तथा च भारतवर्षस्य वैदिक हैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायिनां शास्त्राणामपि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं कुरु। भारतवर्षस्य विश्वस्यापि सकालवर्षादिद्वारेण संरक्षणं कुरु इति प्रार्थया। Rushyashrunga mantra gives correct rains at correct place at correct quantity. Now the mantra Om Vibhandakasutaya Vidmahe Mahatapasvine cha Dhimahi Tannah Rushyashrunga Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Vibhandakasutaya Vidmahe Mahatapasvine cha Dhimahi Tannah Rushyashrunga Maharshi Prachodayat. Tanno ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विभाण्डकसुताय विद्महे महातपस्विने च धीमहि तन्नो ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षिः प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षे नमः। नमस्करोमि। तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि। मां रक्ष रक्ष इति सनातनमपि संरक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि। ओम श्री ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षे नमः। 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 ओम श्री ऋष्यशृङ्गमहर्षये नमो नमः। See what a joy it is. The remembrance of our Maharshis. It itself is an elation. Mahabhaktas. Bhaktas also are there in the list. Of them also we will do the Gayatri mantras. हाँ प्रहलाद नारद जी का हो गया. So many bhaktas are. Rushyashrunga name itself gives some inspiration because brahmacharya diksha mahatapasvi mahabhakta महायोगी and महाज्ञानी महायज्ञकर्ता. Oh, such a Shuddha Jivan. Just imagine he has put feet in the Rajyam. Immediately the clouds gathered and gave rain means what an amount of Tapasya commanding the Prakriti also. That should be inspiration to us, that we should seek that type of higher, diviner, greater, nobler life and endeavor every moment. बड़े सड़े नहीं रहना हमको, बढ़ते रहना आगे, always progressive. Okay, same thing is our common sense thought today कि I am my life, I have to grow spiritually, I have to grow, I have to ensure it, I have to enjoy that growth, and for that these are the sadhanas, I have to do them. Come to that mode, stay in that mode, and do the things like that. And any inner or outer enemies which distract us from this mood with whatever words or logics or powerful examples they come to us, understand one, they are immature, two, they are our Shatru or tests. Don't get defeated in that with that Shatru, don't get the failure in that test. You be in your practical sadhana done for your own progress. I will be in my sadhana for my progress. अभी मुझे करना है भाई. विवेक साधना I have to do. वैराग्य साधना, समाधि साधना I have to do. Mumukshutva day by day I have to grow. Shravana sadhana anyway I am doing. Let me do it more effectively. Let me start and do the manana sadhana. Let me do the atma chintana sadhana. Atma thadatmya sadhana. Isn't it? Let us that way take up and be a sadhaka and revel in that. Why delay? Why late? Why that inner, non-initiative? What that lethargy is? Why that tamoguna? Imagine all those things like a bhutam only, pulling us away from sadhana. You give a dhakka to that. Take the help of the Lord and Guru. उनको धक्का देके अपने साधना में, है ना, that धक्का देने वाली बात. We all have this experience. The higher middle class or higher class people, they may not have, but we all have. When we had to enter into the bus, which is fully loaded, धक्का मुक्का देकर ही in मुंबापुरी में लोकल ट्रेन धक्का देकर ही चढ़ना पड़ता है. रेशन शॉप पे, सिनेमा थिएटर में, कितनी जगह पे दी अपोजिट फोर्स को धक्का देकर we have done our works. They are also doing the धक्का to us. The whole outer and inner forces try to push us and pull us away from the reality, from our sadhanas. उनको फिर जबरदस्त understanding and powerful conviction and sankalpa shakti force say you push them away and do sadhana. Like in that cinema theater में टिकट में लेने के लिए काउंटर में आते पीछे से सब खींच रहे हमको, फिर भी हम उनसे negotiate करके we give the money, take the ticket and go away. Same way, all these forces are pulling me away. In spite of that, I will do my sadhana and eject out of this samsara. Those thoughts strengthen them. Those doings do. Let the whole day, now the class is over, till tomorrow we meet, you have 22.5 hours. What do we do? Maximum. Let that discipline come in our life. Let that strictness come in our life. Let that commitment come in our life. Anna, let that we are in going through a very good phase and period in our country. Imagine everywhere the bhukampas, the landslides, the wars, the atrocities happening, and the calamities happening, quarrels. Do you think we can do sadhana? The pandemics, the endemics coming, you know. So to our own health totally spoiled. Children are in some problem, others are in problem. अगर इतने गड़बड़ होते तो do we do साधना? जब सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे को है. So when we are in good times, that time you have to encash it for sadhana. फल में परलय होएगी बहुरी करो कब करते जाओ बस. This is one part of today's common sense thought. Second, while doing it, how to protect ourselves and our mind from its own mistakes and mischiefs of wrongly relating with the world and suffering. how to protect. Namely, how to protect ourselves from creating these most terrible two enemies, the Mithunam, the two enemies of Raga and Dvesha when we are in this world. Only the four ways. Be in this world, yet don't get lost in the world. How do we get lost in the world? By having about the world in our own mind the mistaken opinions, mistaken relations, called as Raga Dvesha. How to avoid them? Only four techniques. One, see the whole world from its substratum standpoint, called as Brahma, Parabrahma Swarup. Then only we can avoid creating Ragadesha about the world. One option. अधिष्ठान रूप से सब ब्रह्म है ना, उसको स्ट्रेंथन करो दैट थॉट को. ऑलरेडी थॉट इज गिवन बट वी कीप इट समवेयर. ऐसा नहीं होता. दैट थॉट हैज टू बी एंटरटेन टू मेक इट आवर ओन एक्सपीरियंस, आवर ओन नॉलेज, आवर ओन प्रैक्टिस. सेकंड इज व्हाट? टेक द होल वर्ल्ड एज ईश्वर, परमेश्वर. आपका परमेश्वर राम और कृष्ण अलोन इज इन दिस फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ल्ड. Then you develop devotion to the world, not raga dvesha. Or the third option is take the world as your own extension. You are the world is you. There are no two things. Atma rupena see the jagat. Then also there will be no formation of raga dvesha. There will be only prema. Or the fourth only option is take the world as mithya. What is मिथ्यात्व of the world? Continuously changing. आपके आंखों के सामने दिख रहा है. What was there a minute back is not there now. You understand? One sentence I utter of 5 seconds or 6. Within those 5 seconds, in this universe, millions and millions of changes have happened. How many people are died? How many animals died? How many insects died? How many leaves have fallen from the tree? So too, how many new human beings are born, insects are born, animals are born, new sprouts have come, new leaves have come. Do you have any idea of it? How much change happened in 5 seconds of time? How many millions of gallons of waters of the rivers have merged in the oceans? How many oceanic waters, how much of is sucked by the sun to make a cloud? In 5 seconds, we don't know. How many thousands of vehicles have passed? How many thousands of productions have happened in the various production units? Wherever it is. कितना इस समय जब हम मैं आपसे क्लास कर रहा हूँ, हजारों जगह सत्संग हो रहे हैं अलग अलग टॉपिक पे, और करोड़ों लोग अपने अलग अलग कर्मों में हैं, साधनाओं में हैं. कोई अच्छा कर रहा है, कोई बुरा कर रहा है. मीनिंग नथिंग इज सेम एनी मोमेंट. नेक्स्ट मोमेंट सर. देयरफॉर दैट इज कॉल्ड मिथ्यात्व ऑफ जगत. ये दिख रहा है जगत है नहीं, दृष्ट नष्टम. द मोमेंट यू सी इट एंड अगेन यू सी इट, इट इज नॉट द सेम. Like you and I, within this 1.5 hour, our age has grown by 1.5 hour. हमारे शरीर के कितने बाल जड़ गए होंगे, वी आर नॉट रोमहर्षण. कितने सेल्स ऑफ द बॉडी डाइड हो गए होंगे, कितने नए सेल्स बने हैं, वी डोंट नो. Taking that data in mind, understand the world is not the same all the time. That being not same is called mithyatva. Therefore, not real because it is not the same. When it is not real, then don't have value of raga dvesha to it. These are the four ways by which wrong relation with the world called as raga dvesha we can avoid. Thus, the world is not a liability. Then, as said in the first thought, our inner sadhana we can do unobstructed. We told at large as the whole world, in that any individual you take, कोई वस्तु को, व्यक्ति को, परिस्थिति कहो, जगह कहो, ये सारे मिथ्या है, या वो सब मेरा ही स्वरूप है, या देर ऑल परमेश्वर और देर ऑल ब्रह्म. Other than the Brahma Drishti, Paramatma Drishti, Atma Drishti and Mithya Drishti, if you see the other thing, other way called as it is real, which is not so, that creates the Raga Dvesha, then you are lost. Satya Drishti mat rakho jagat ko, Mithya Drishti. Then use it for sadhana, whatever required. Yesterday we saw in our Chandogya Upanishad somewhere. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Shruti Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Jagat Mithya continuously changes. It is a fact. Intellectual understanding. Don't feel sentimental, emotional about it. Then your mind will be corrupted if you see it sentimentally. You become dukhi rather than viragi. हमें वैरागी बनना है, दुखी नहीं बनना. Arjuna was dukhi seeing that situation. After listening from the Lord, he became vairagi. He also said, Kinakanksha Vijayam Krishna, but that vairagi of him is out of that fear of the consequence of the yuddha or no yuddha. But after Jnanam gained, he gained true vairagya for the Jagat. So Jagat Mithyatva should create vairagya within us. Jagat Satyatva creates Ragadvesha. With Ragadvesha to Jagat, we are lost in it. We cannot do our inner sadhanas. Thank you. Om Namah.